Hello, and this is Sir Alexander with another Starcraft 2 battle report. This is between Moonshadow and Magus. This is a best of 3 between these two players, and we will see who wins out in this RPG tournament round. Actually, I'm not sure what round this is. I do not remember exactly. Anyways, but Magus and Moonshadow will be duking it out on this map, and this is going to be a ZVZ, so I'm going to speed this up because this is likely to be a very short game, since ZVZ usually goes to whoever can get to Banelings first, or whoever can get to Mutus first, unless we see some crazy roach action, which is cool. Anyways, this drone is scouting out, and does not go into the base, just sees that Overlord and decides that's enough, so he's not going to check to see if it's a 6. Anyways, looks like that was a 14 pull or something, mirrored on the opposite side. We have a geyser up here and a geyser up over here, so far mirrored builds. Both players are probably trying to get to Banelings very fast. We're likely to see either metabolic boost. Yes, metabolic boost is being done. It is not on the other side. Instead, we have a roach warren. So roaches. Anyways, this Overlord will be taken down by the Queen most likely. Or no, she will not. He will not, or it will not. Whatever the thing is. Anyways, no lair yet, which is surprising since he's sitting on so much gas. Doubtless we're going to see that soon. Maybe he just wants the extra larva, but I think you can spawn extra larva while lair. It looks like there was a assault here. Let me slow this down so I don't miss any more action. Metabolic boost is done on this side, and let's see, do we have a roach warren over here? Yes, we do, as well as a spine crawler. And an expansion, which is being mirrored on this side. So far, complete mirror builds from these two players. This creep tumor is going up. And finally, we have a lair, as we'll probably do in another 7 gas over here. Looks like a run-by was coming through. Probably more of a scout. He did see that roach, so he doesn't need to see that roach warren. He spawns larva again, and no lair yet. So he's going to be a little bit behind the tech here. This queen is pushing out to this expansion to spawn larva there. So a bunch of roaches over here. No... Wait, no. Hang on. Yeah, no tech for the roaches yet. I don't think. Yeah. No tech for roach. And no lair on this side. So it looks like he's being dedicated to this lower tier build. And of course you can build Banelings without a lair. So he might go to Banelings. But no, instead he's decided to go for roaches. And of course Banelings aren't that good against roach units because they are armored. So pretty good sized roach force over here, doing mostly roaches rather than zerglings. Looks like he's now droning up a good bit, and an Evo chamber is on the way. Dum-de-dum-dum. Just looking for something else to talk about at this point. He hasn't quite saturated that expansion. Of course, neither has Magus. So if you look on the income, it's going to be 700 to 620. These units camping at the zone like a watchtower. Let me speed this up again until we get to some more. Overlord scouting out. Not set to auto spawn creep. Well, of course, I guess in his ZVZ. Okay, so we have an assault. That queen's going to be taken down. And these roaches are going to sit on this. There we go. They're going to push down now and see if he can't micro around and kill some units. Those zerglings are out. Going to be able to do some good damage. He really needs to save this hatchery, though. If he loses this hatchery, he loses the game. And now it's going to be a standoff between these two players. No upgrade, no techs, but more roaches coming out for Moonshadow, and he is going to get the better of this fight. Just by a little bit, though. And looks like we have an Overlord at this watchtower as well. It's an Overlord at that watchtower. Doesn't really do much, though. So, we see that Magus is still ahead in the income, and that might come to play in this game if Moonshadow can't drone up. Burrow is being researched, though, as well as the move while burrow tech, which could be devastating since there is no detection at this point. A spire is going up, as well as a second hatchery for larva spawn in his base, and Moonshadow is scouting out here the rest of the expansion, sure that there's been no expansion. This creep tumors are coming across the map, which that is excellent, even in ZVZ, for the sight that it gives you, because it exposes all of this area to your view. And we do have a third expansion going up. probably mostly for Larva, especially since he's not saturating this expansion. He really needs to get that saturated, and we do have a few mutas on the way, but he just really, really needs to get this saturated. And so mirror built again, as we do see a spire going up over here. It doesn't look like there are any mutalisks on the way, though. There we go. Nope, that's for endgame. Endgame has 2 more mutalisks on the way, and looks like a fight going on here. All those roaches will be taken down by those mutalisks. Of course, roaches cannot attack air. So there they go. They will very slowly be taken down. Looks like the roaches are going to try and micro down that hatchery, but decide to pull back. But of course, those speedlings will be able to take down the rest of them. But no, they just decide to run. So those mutalisks are doubtless going to be pushing across the map, which they are. There's some free overlord kills, but no, it looks like they're going to go for drones. There are 2 queens, though, and Mutafite here. He should have brought his queens up to back him up. Back those mutalisks up. Oh, wait, no, never mind. He had the better. I'm sorry, I thought he had the lesser of the 2 armies. Oh, but he did see that expansion, so his mutalisks will doubtless be on the way soon to trash it. Moonshadow does have a fair bit of mutalisks, but not enough. What he could use here are some hydras. He did put up spore crawlers, though. That's really going to help him here. Looks like he is going to come around to this side to try and trash some drones. He also has burrowed roaches in the mineral line. They will start attacking, and those mutalisks will come back up. Back up. So it looks like he's going to do a lot of damage here. That queen is microed down, as well as he's going to kill some overlords, and he might be able to get a supply block here if he kills just a few more. And there we go, he's supply blocked, and he might even, is he going to be able to take down this hatchery? Looks like he's got the better of these 2 mutalisk forces. He has no upgrades yet, and well, Magus' forces are all gone, so I can't see if he does have upgrades. But it looks like his army is coming back to this massive force that is pushing in. Lots of hydralisks here, and mutalisks are not very good against hydralisks. Unless he can maybe get some free shots on him. Nope, looks like his mutalisk force is going to be decimated by those hydralisks. Maybe he should have just assaulted instead. That last roach is going to be taken down. Oh no, he's going to get the spine crawler. But of course those 5 hydras are going to one-shot him. So the spawning pool's coming down, both hatcheries coming down, and looks like this is GG for Moonshadow. And we'll see if he can pull it back together on a map of his choice in the next game. All these overlords are running, and looks like some chat going on. Not a lot happening, so I'm just going to go ahead and call it GG, because these 2 players are probably going to talk for a little while yet. So thank you for joining me this, and join me again for part 2 of this best of 3 between and Magus.